But the big topic today hit the news. Is Aaron Rodgers visiting Pittsburgh? Is he the missing piece? Does he still have it? Does that UFA dropped on him? Does that have something to do with it? Does the draft make more sense now? And minicamp right around the corner. Well, they arrived today. So we'll talk about all that coming up. Pull up a chair and an iron, a cold iron. Let's go.
Welcome to the Steelers Realm Podcast. And now, here are the boys of Steelers Realm.
Thank you, Andy Hart from Cat Country 106.3 FM here in Indiana County, and also the Sid, an Italian Celtic band with their music back there. Hey, put us big screen there, producer. We'll introduce everybody. Let's go, man. Let's get back on there. Where do we go?
Really
Good question.
Yeah, really big show.
Really big.
How about we do this?
There we go. Riverside broke on me.
Anyhow, hey, in case you didn't know, Larry in the house already. We didn't even get to introduce everybody. But anyhow, I'm one of your hosts, JT, my man, the famous TA, and the producer. Oh, the triple threat tonight, boys. And big news right around the corner, man. And it happened to hit before we went live tonight.
For once.
For once. So of course they broke it today, and who was it? It wasn't Schefter. Who was
it? Was Rapoport.
Rapoport broke the news that Aaron Rodgers is coming to Pittsburgh. But the crazy thing is, TA, Steelers didn't know about it, or so they say.
Yeah, look, JT. I mean, come on. Are you telling me that Aaron just figured out, hey, you know what? Maybe his secret wife doesn't have any children. Maybe she's off to visit her mom this weekend. And this was just a great weekend for him to just swing into Pittsburgh, sign a contract, surprise the whole group and say, hey, I'm here, boys. Break out the champagne.
Yeah, what's up, fellas?
And let's sign some contracts. I find this hard to believe that nobody knew he was coming. But yet everybody knew because it was out first thing this morning.
It was.
Came out of left field.
we had a whole day. I'm surprised I haven't seen pictures of him at the airport yet. They usually do that. Those pop up every year.
He probably come in picture,
on the same guy, but he had to get a different name.
I'm going to say he came in on a private jet.
Seen it, Pittsburgh International.
Yeah.
What's that, TA?
He probably came in on a private jet, probably, because at Pittsburgh, they do have the airfield for the private jets, which you never get to see the general population. And you just walk through with your little duffel bag and you get in a black limousine and
away you go.
And away you go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
I thought he'd come in a parachute or something.
That's it. Well, hey,
that's going to be opening game.
If Ian Rapoport says it's so, it must be so.
Must be so.
Is it him or Schefter?
Mm-hmm. Well, so
comes
far
from those guys,
between the two of them, have they got it right yet?
Maybe.
I don't know. Yeah, I heard it breaking on the fan this morning. It was about 9 o'clock probably.
So now the question is, okay, because then we can pose the argument, okay, now because the Steelers went ahead and put the tag on him, which is now going to guarantee him $15 million instead of the $10 million that he played last year, and it's supposedly be to protect the Steelers. Is this just all part of the master plan?
Apparently, I'm hoping, or else it makes no sense. Apparently, it's just a placeholder until the deal is done. You're hoping there's pen to paper. Hasn't happened yet, but hopefully it will soon at some point.
Well, did you hear Charlie Batch's take on it? From the
Charlie
podcast
says,
or whatever.
Yeah, Charlie says it's all about money. That Aaron's not going to play for less than $20 million.
Yeah, he says it's been about money for months.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll see.
And
maybe he'll get his money. Maybe he won't. Steelers have all the leverage right now, so we'll have to see.
Yeah, but do the Steelers really have the leverage?
Yeah,
I mean, what leverage do they really have?
I mean, you saw. I think it was Flacco signed for not much. I mean, Kirk was lucky to get $20 million. Now the team wants a quarterback.
Where are they sitting at the cap? I mean, is that doable? I mean, do you just give him what he wants? What?
Yeah, we got the money.
Yeah, we definitely have the money right now. I don't think we're anywhere. Look, let's put it this way. This is the first year in a long time. I don't think anybody's mentioned, the Steelers only got $7 million left under the cap, or the Steelers only got $3 million under the cap. I mean, nobody's mentioned the cap. And we've picked up all these free agents. We still haven't even signed our rookies yet. Nobody's even worrying about signing our rookies. So evidently we must be okay under the cap.
Mm-hmm. We're good to go.
To still make a big move.
Must be. All right. So with that given, that leaves Mason Rudolph, Will Howard, and now our new signee, Drew Aller, in the quarterback room.
So 4 quarterbacks. So now here's the question. And I asked this last week. Does anybody see a problem with us carrying 4 quarterbacks?
Not really.
Browns are doing it. They're carrying what? 5 or 6?
They might be carrying 5 quarterbacks. Or 6.
I don't know. Well, obviously one will find its way to the practice squad, one of the two. But it seems to me that I heard mention that depending, now this might have been before, that if he didn't show up, Mason was going to get a majority of the snaps. So now what happens? Obviously, Aaron Rodgers is going to get a majority of the snaps, or is he going to sit out all these OTAs and minicamps and stuff, and that'd be part of the deal, and let the young guys get some snaps and reps? So where does that leave everybody now that let's assume he's coming, he's going to sign, they'll figure the money out. That obviously could have been solved in 3 days. You know what I mean? So it didn't take 2 months to do that, for God's sake. 3 months, whatever.
I mean, it's sounding like they want the young guys to get the reps, whether it's Howard or Aller. Both of them need it, whereas Mason, Rodgers, they're seasoned veterans. They don't really need those reps. Let the young guys get them.
Sure, and that makes sense. TA, would you agree with that?
Yes, but I think probably Mason still needs some reps. This is going to be a new offense for Mason. Yes, he is definitely a veteran, but at the same sense, he's never played underneath this style of West Coast offense that's going to get ready to be introduced. So going back to what you said a minute ago, even if Aaron didn't show up, I find it hard to believe that Mason was going to get the bulk of the snaps. I think what we were really looking at is it was going to be a full-blown shootout between Will and Mason and let the best man win.
So you still think Will has pole position?
I think so. Absolutely.
Competition for QB2.
Look, I'm telling you, whatever they seen in this kid last year before his pinky injury, I think we was going to see more of Will Howard last year in the preseason games than we would have Mason Rudolph. If he would not have gotten hurt, we were guaranteed to see a lot of him just to see what we had. And that injury
if we
really
locked up by week 18 like we're supposed to, we would have seen him. But we'll have to see because there's a completely new coaching staff who didn't even draft Will Howard. So we'll have to see what they think of him.
And I believe what McCarthy said is I think he sees the same thing everybody else sees in Will Howard right now. He's got a diamond in the rough, and what can we go ahead and do to polish that diamond?
Yeah. Well, he's one of the guys I'm on this minicamps OTAs period to see how he shakes out. We'll get into that later.
And here's another thing, JT, and I'll just go ahead and throw this out because you already said it already. You're right. Even with Aaron signing today, if he signed today, or maybe he waits and signs tomorrow, or maybe he does Mother's Day dinner with the Rooneys on Sunday and signs Monday morning on his way out of town. Either way, where I'm going with this is probably we won't see Aaron throw a football until towards the end of OTAs. And if this is the case too, don't be surprised if we start hearing reports that Michael Pittman, DK Metcalf, Pat Fryermuth, German Bernard are all out in California taking reps with Aaron.
Mm-hmm. We're not surprised. Need those reps.
That hasn't broken yet, but that would be a nice thought. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out for sure. I mean, I don't know. I seem to think, this Drew Aller was McCarthy's pick. Will Howard was Tomlin's pick. So I'm interested to see how this is going to play out. I don't think either one of them are ready to start.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Maybe a backup role at some point in the season. Depends on how preseason looks. You know what I mean? So there's certainly a lot up in the air.
Yeah.
Okay. So
we'll see.
So let's put it this way. All right. Take Aaron out of the equation again right now. Who would be starting quarterback week 1? As we sit here today, are you sure?
Pretty sure. I mean, he's the most veteran of those guys. I mean, I like those guys learning under for another year before they're ready.
That's what you like, but we don't get to see the everyday behind the scenes. We don't know what's going on in that locker room. My question is does McCarthy feel that it would be Mason, or does he go ahead and he gives it to Will? Because I think we all agree that Drew definitely needs a year to sit. There's no ifs, ands, or buts.
I think so. I think so too.
But Will had that year. Will had that tutelage underneath Aaron. So if it came down to it, I think Will's in that pole position to take that starting nod. If not, maybe in week 1, kind of like what Tomlin did a few years ago with Mitch Trubisky.
Eventually
started.
Yeah.
Yep. Mitch started to falter. Then all of a sudden we had the quarterback carousel, and before you knew it, Kenny Pickett was in there, right?
Right.
So I wouldn't. It wouldn't surprise me if it would be similar to the same thing.
Yeah. Well, it depends the direction. If they want to win games this year, they might be more comfortable with Mason. It depends. Or if they're going for long-term future, I think they'll start Howard. It depends the vision of this team.
Well, I think the main point here is the TA brought up is this whole new coaching staff, new head coach, new offensive system, new defensive system, or at least defensive twist brought into the system. So, who's it's a perfect scenario. It's a good problem to have. Let's put it that way. It's a good problem to have. It's a great scenario to, develop these guys if they can be developed. They have all the tools, the physical tools and everything. So, get the feet work, get this, get that, the ability to read defenses, I think is what a lot of it will boil down to. College quarterbacks making the transition to NFL.
Yeah. I mean, it's a tough transition. We'll see how Howard deals with it. He's got a lot to clean up, especially his mechanics. He's going to sit under, hopefully, Rodgers if he signs. That'd be a great spot for him to learn. And you talked about it. We got new coaches, new O-line, new wide receivers, hoping that entices Rodgers if he is back.
Here's one thing that you guys didn't mention that could be the wrinkle to all of this. The only common thread right now between the two Mikes is Tom Arth, who is still the quarterback coach, who did have one full year with Will, which means he's provided his new boss a complete breakdown of where he's at his first year in. I think Tom Arth is really the missing piece that nobody's talking about.
Well, good point. But yet we haven't seen him against a live team yet, though, too.
No, we have not. No.
So we still have that. Quite a disappointment last year. I know we were all pretty excited to see him in the preseason, and then that accident happened. That was a tough break. That was a tough break. But it might have been the best thing, too. Who knows what Tomlin had done at some point in time? You know what I mean? He might have thrown another Kenny Pickett in there.
He could have. I mean, because look at it this way. Tomlin's last 4 years, 5 years was really a quarterback carousel.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it really was.
We were getting pretty close to being on the verge of the Cleveland Browns.
Ben coming back? Is he coming back? If he does come back, is he the same Ben? Blah, blah, blah. No plan in place. Uh-oh. He's not coming back. Uh-oh.
Well, and then not only that, but, who's my starting quarterback going to be from week to week?
Right.
I mean, we went through, almost 10 quarterbacks since Ben's been gone?
Roughly.
I mean,
it's
the Browns
a new guy every year for 5 years.
Right, and the Browns are at 49? They don't even have a T-shirt big enough to put them all on the back anymore.
They can't fit them all. Oh, man. I heard Baker Mayfield's name mentioned just probably yesterday. Oh, man. Although, hey, if it was to unfold that way, I wouldn't have a problem with Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, I'm not sure where that came from. That's not going
to that's not going to happen. But
one can dream.
It was funny. It's just like tracking social media and the shit that gets thrown out there. My God, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But anyhow, all right. So there we go. We got rumor mill. Will he not? Will we know by Monday when his Chet takes off? No.
So what do you think the over-under is? Do you think that, these last couple of weeks that Charlie Batch was right and that it's all been about money, and by signing the 15 or by putting the $15 million tender in there, that got the two groups closer? Do you think Aaron was really looking at 30 and they've now settled on 20? Do you think that's the final contract?
I keep going back to last year. Why did he sign for 10 last year?
Well, he signed for 10 last year because if you remember, that's something
he was still getting money.
He was still getting money from the Jets. Same way with why we got Russell Wilson on the cheap, because he was still getting paid big time from Denver. All of that money is kind of gone now. So now it's like, wait a second, you want me to come back and be starting quarterback for $10 million? What? Really? This isn't 1998. Have you seen
that's like when I was DJing. I'm like, dude, I don't walk out the door for anything less than $250. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even get in my car for that.
Right. And Aaron's probably thinking, he's like, have you seen the price of gas, boys?
Price of jet fuel these days, if you can get it. My God, man.
Right. And I'm going to have to make a lot of flights home to see my wife that nobody else knows who she is.
How about these young guys driving around these huge turbo diesel trucks now paying $6 a gallon for diesel? Oh, man, I bet you they're kicking their ass now. Wishing they did. Should have gone with gas.
Well, and that's the funny thing, but that's another podcast for another day when we go talking diesel.
Sure is.
That's probably why Rodgers wants more money.
Well, hey, I don't know if you want to. Some upcoming dates here. I'll share them with us. So we can kind of go over. Of course, where did it go? There it is. Okay. So rookies reported for rookie minicamp today. And so they go through the weekend. So should have something to talk about with that.
Interesting.
And then OTAs start the 18th of May. And then they go through the end of May. And then Steelers mandatory minicamp Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, June 2nd through the 4th. And then they finish up OTAs the 8th through the 12th of June. I
Exciting.
don't have camp dates yet, but do we have a date for camp yet? For training camp?
Training camp? Not yet. Wait, I have to check.
Not yet.
I can check.
Anyhow,
Sometime in the future.
I bet you it's going to be in the summertime. Anybody want to place a bet?
Probably. How about the winter?
In the winter.
what's up, DJ?
What's up,
Dude,
what's
all
up?
he does is fish, man. Every time I turn around, there's another post of him hauling some big ass striper or something out of the water.
What did he
Rainbow
catch?
trout.
50-pound bass?
I don't know, man. He's living the high life, man.
Yeah,
You the man,
that.
DJ. You the man. Friday Night Lights. Put it in your calendar once we get a date, brother.
So
Yeah, he'll be there.
the dates haven't been set yet, but they're probably looking somewhere between July 28th and first pad at practice around August 3rd.
Got it.
So
Sounds good.
So one more thing I want to put out there too, JT, before we move on here. Is anybody concerned about Aaron Rodgers' age? Because I mean, we're all talking about him coming back. We all seem pretty happy about it. We all seem to be pretty happy where we're at with our quarterback room. But the real elephant in the room is he's 42 years old. Is that a concern? Is he going to make the season at $20 million a year or $15 million a year? Is anybody here on this panel concerned?
Well, that's a good point. I'm glad you brought it up. It's a good topic too, because what do we have to compare it to? Last year? All right. So what was the problem last year? We didn't have any receivers to throw it to, except for DK when he decided he wanted to catch him. Nobody else really developed. And
Washington.
the O-line was, well, yeah, Washington till the injury.
But that was at the end of the season.
Well, yeah, a couple games.
He was trying to throw it to MVS and I'm feeling he's not retired.
But that and being the last, especially the Texans game, my God, all he did was running for his life. With better protection, better tools, can we see a more productive season? Can we see a win in the playoffs?
Ooh, playoffs. Maybe.
Playoffs?
Well,
I mean, he's kind of a game manager at this point. If you're providing better infrastructure of the good offensive linemen, wide receivers, you're hoping you'll get better results. The biggest issue last year was his mobility. There'd be guys, these edge rushers, who would be doing circles around him as he tried to walk away.
Well, true. Yeah. When, it's just like a revolving door of defensive backs and linemen, defensive linemen coming through. Like, what do you expect?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's not in Kansas anymore.
There was one game he scared of Parsons and Garrett. I mean, better O-line.
Oh, yeah. There were games where he was visibly running for his life and scared. And you could see it affecting his game.
I mean, you could tell the clock in his head was speeding up. He was making plays because he was scared.
I don't know. What's your thoughts on it, TA? You posed the question. I mean, I think he could have another good year if he's got the right tools and some protection.
I mean, he's still
I don't know about the whole year, but
well, when I turn around and I look at this, I mean, we don't really have much historical stats to go off of. We've got the GOAT, Tom Brady at 41 and 42 and 40. So what? 41 and 43. He went to the Super Bowl, somewhere around in there.
Mm-hmm.
At 42, he still had a tremendous year with 4,000 yards. Even Drew Brees at 42 was almost at 3,000 yards and 24 TDs. I mean, even Peyton Manning at 39 won a Super Bowl. I guess the question is For Aaron Rodgers, throughout his entire career, let's really look at it this way. Throughout his entire career, even when Ben had won more Super Bowls than Aaron Rodgers was still considered a better quarterback than Ben Roethlisberger. Does it take for Aaron Rodgers to win one Super Bowl to at least match the GOAT and or Peyton Manning to finally cement his legitimacy amongst the NFL greats?
I mean, with 4 MVPs, 1 Super Bowl, I think he's already in the upper echelon of the Hall of Fame at this point. It'd be another stamp. He'd be in maybe the GOAT discussion. You could bring another Super Bowl, as good as Ben. Like, you could compare them because each would have 2 rings then, right?
They would each have 2 rings, and yes, you could definitely put them. You could then at least, okay, you can differentiate him from Ben because of the 4 MVPs, because Ben never won an MVP. Nobody was going to give Ben an MVP during his career.
No. Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, that wasn't going to happen. No matter how good of a career he had, he was never getting an MVP.
Right.
But if this doesn't happen, then I mean, does this put Aaron still in that top 10? Or does it? I'm not saying he's not a Hall of Fame quarterback. Don't get me wrong. That is not what I'm saying. But does it exclude him from that top 10 tier?
He's probably still up there. I mean, there's a lot of good quarterbacks. Mahomes, Brady, Elway, Manning. No, it's tough. I think he still find a way in there with his MVPs. Not many quarterbacks have 4. But we'd love to see him get another ring. Would help his case to be in that top 5, maybe even top 10.
So who do you think the Jungles team is?
He must be a Jacksonville Jaguar fan.
Jungles team.
Think Jungle.
He's got to be.
That'd be the Bengals, right? In the jungle, isn't that? That's their theme.
Right? The Bengals. They even have a football team.
In the jungle.
That's what they call it, in the jungle.
In the
jungle.
I thought you were talking I thought you were talking about an old Guns N' Roses concert or something.
Welcome to the jungle. The Jungle Podcast 1748. Bengals.
Hey, just giving you guys shit. We knew who the Jungle was.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I was gonna say I'm not looking forward to play Dexter Lawrence. So.
Well, I guess at this case, man, we're gonna.
Wait, you'll like this comment.
What do you got? What did DJ say?
Between the difference is if you aggravate and frustrate here. Let me put it back up there.
Okay.
Aggravate and frustrate, knock him around. Then the same as Brady as far as Rodgers go, but Ben thrived and it pissed him off. Give him a bloody nose, man. He'll play his ass off for you.
Ben
would play better when you got him pissed off.
You're right. Ben was not a prima donna when it came to that. It actually, he was more of a street fighter. And you're right, DJ. I gotta say that Tom Brady and both Aaron are not street fighters at all.
No, and that kind of leads to what I was talking about earlier. Yeah, he's. Hendrickson and those guys chasing his all over the place. He didn't want any part of that. It's like, fuck that, get open or I'm throwing it away.
Right.
Yeah. I was upset. Hendrickson left just to go to the Ravens.
Then the Steelers version of the toy, and he did it back there. First, it's like 5 yards. They started that over in Ireland. Remember that couple? There was a clip of that couple. It's like,
oh yeah,
he didn't even go. He was standing back there. It's funny. Good stuff. All right, TA. I'm sorry to interrupt you, brother. You were ready to roll off on something there.
No, you're good. I just, since we're all up on Aaron right now, I was just kind of, don't get me wrong, guys. I'm glad to see him here. I think we've got great chances with him. I still love the storyline now, even more so than last year, that, Mike and Aaron wins a Super Bowl for the team that they beat. That's never happened in history of football. And chances are it would never, ever happen again. That would be one of those records that stand the test of time.
I don't care if Rodgers 57 with his Walker out there. He's going to go win a Super Bowl for us.
Mike McCarthy on a gurney with an IV on the sideline, and Rodgers out there with the Walker, huh? Still trying to make it happen. Come on, NFL.
Come on, we can do it. Come on, script writers.
Anyhow, yeah, man. Well, hey, look ahead, man. Let's see how this all kind of starts coming together. Mini camps and all this stuff. It'd be interesting to kind of project how the roster is going to be looking like as we go. We can dig into that next week. What do you think, guys?
Sure, yeah.
Absolutely, because I'm sure after the week of rookie mini camps, it's going to be all about Max. Is he going to be on the left side? Is he going to be on the right side? And oh, by the way, guys, we didn't even talk about the fact that Broderick didn't have his 5-year option picked up, which now even stamps Max's legacy before he's even taken a first snap.
We did, we did talk about that. We did talk about
No,
it happened right during the show.
Yeah, it happened during the show, and we were off when it happened. We got that report afterwards.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So we really didn't get to talk about that. But my point is that this is what this week's going to be about. We're gonna, and then you're right, Jennings Dunker. Here you go, man.
And there you go.
What's he going to be? So I'm excited. But at the same time, guys, it's still just football in shorts.
Yeah, true. I know. But they all get to be together. They get to work together, get to know each other, start build some chemistry there. It's a good start.
Right. And the rookies get introduced to life in the NFL. And I'm sure there's probably from somebody behind the scenes saying, okay, guys, look, OTAs is around the corner, but by the time training camp gets here, you better be working on your skit, because at lunchtime, they're going to expect you to perform. And we're going to assign you your veteran players who you're going to bring their dinner and meal to. And remember, if you don't know how to mop now, you better start learning.
What a better way to end the show on that. Guys, it's been fun. Steeler Nation, DJ, Jungle Podcast. Larry, thanks for tuning in, guys. Always appreciate it. Good news up ahead. More to come next week. Careful in the hot tub in the meantime, guys. Gotta catch you later.
Adios, boys.
Check back next week into the Steelers Realm.